Hello, my name is Dorika Isakova and you are watching InstaForex News. The FRS officials confirmed their promise about keeping the interest rate near zero for a long time and also confirmed that extreme measures of supporting the housing market will be wound up at the end of the month as it was planned. Although the economy is continuing getting better, the policymakers noticed that the housing sector recovery was low-key and the employers still run payroll calculations unwillingly. Security papers and shares were rising as some traders cut their outlook that the central bank will raise the interest rates during the next 12 months. The FRS chairman Ben Bernanke is trying to determine how long it is necessary to keep the borrowing cost low to create self-supporting revival after the deepest recession since 1930s. Earlier report of the Commerce Department showed that the volume of the new houses construction was reducing in February by 5.9%. That was prompted by strong blizzards in some parts of the country, and the officials of Obama's administration announced at the Congress hearings that the unemployment rate will probably stay high for a long time frame. With reference to the economic surveys held by Bloomberg agency this month, the economy will demonstrate an uptrend, moving up by 2.8% in the first quarter of 2009, after 5.9% growth in the fourth quarter. An impulse for that was lower pace of the inventories reduction. The inflation shows some increased signs. The preferential price index of the FRS, including the food and energy costs, was climbing up by 1.4% in January compared to the previous year, and in the long term it will be lower than 1.7 to 2%, which is needed for the general inflation. The policymakers suppose that the inflationary risks remain low, although some people are still worried because of the deflation. The inflationary expectations have been stable recently, even taking into account excess capacities in the economy. Inflationary expectations were calculated for a year in advance by Thomson Reuters University of Michigan survey and amounted to 2.7% for the last 6 months compared to 2.8% a half year earlier. However, the FRS members affirmed that their program of buying mortgage securities in the amount of $1.25 trillion and about 175 million debts of the agencies will be finished by the end of March. The committee will continue watching over the economic prospects and financial changes and will extend the usage of political instruments necessary for backing up the economic recovery and price stability, as declared in FOMC announcement. The FRS was keeping the federal funds target rate of overnight credits between the banks in the range of 0 to 0.25% from December 2008. It was Forex News provided to by InstaForex News team. Goodbye.